Some military trucks stand out because of sheer strength. Others impress with advanced technology. But there is a much rarer category made up of machines so unusual that they seem designed to solve problems most people would never even imagine facing. Vehicles with improbable shapes, unconventional mechanical systems, and engineering solutions so bold that they still surprise engineers and collectors today. These machines crossed mud, deep snow, swamps, and terrain where even walking was difficult. Each one carries a story shaped by creativity, necessity, and a great deal of improvisation. Ready to discover the most unusual classic military trucks ever developed? Stay with me until the end, because the number one on this list will truly surprise you. Dodge M37 Power Wagon. Launched in the 1950s by Dodge in the United States, the M37 was introduced as a direct replacement for the light-duty trucks used during World War II. The post-war era demanded tougher vehicles capable of handling varied terrain and enduring long periods of heavy use. The philosophy was simple: mechanical simplicity, structural durability, and easy maintenance. The M37 delivered exactly that. It was powered by a 3.8-liter inline six-cylinder engine producing around 110 horsepower. That may sound modest, but its strong low-end torque made all the difference. It climbed steep grades, navigated narrow trails, and handled rough terrain with impressive confidence. The 4-speed manual transmission featured short gearing, giving drivers precise control in low-traction situations. Full-time four-wheel drive turned the truck into a true traction machine. The suspension relied on reinforced leaf springs designed to carry additional weight without sacrificing stability. Its thick, rugged frame absorbed constant impacts on uneven ground. Even when fully loaded, the M37 maintained balance and composure, which was critical for military operations in remote regions. Visually, it carried the unmistakable DNA of 1950s American military vehicles. Round headlights, wide fenders, a tall hood, and straight body lines defined its character. The bed was simple and functional, with no unnecessary details. Inside, the dashboard was basic, equipped only with essential gauges and straightforward controls. Nothing extra. The deep, steady rumble of the engine reinforced its image of strength and reliability. The M37 was widely used for patrol duties, troop transport, logistical support, and missions in isolated areas. Its ease of field repair was one of its greatest advantages. Soldiers could solve mechanical issues with basic tools and readily available parts. Decades later, the model remains highly valued by collectors and off-road enthusiasts. Many examples still tackle demanding trails and appear in historical events. One well-known case involves a restored M37 that traveled more than 600 miles across muddy terrain without any significant mechanical failure. This is the kind of truck that proves power is not measured only in numbers, but in real-world endurance. And if this classic already seems tough, the next vehicle takes brute strength to a whole new level. Kraz 255B. Developed in the late 1960s by Kraz in the former Soviet Union, the 255B quickly earned a reputation as one of the most brutal military trucks ever built. It was specifically engineered to operate in the extreme regions of Siberia, where severe sub-zero temperatures and deep mud made logistics nearly impossible. Its sheer physical presence was intimidating even before the engine started. It was powered by a 14-liter V8 engine producing around 240 horsepower. More important than the horsepower figure was its massive low-end torque. That torque allowed it to haul extremely heavy loads without losing momentum. The reinforced 5-speed manual transmission handled constant strain, while full-time all-wheel drive ensured traction in the most unforgiving terrain. One of its most distinctive features was its oversized low-pressure tires. They allowed the truck to almost float across soft snow and thick mud. Combined with reinforced suspension, heavy-duty axles, and exceptional ground clearance, the 255B could drive over logs, deep ruts, and shallow streams without hesitation. At more than 8 meters in length with exaggerated proportions, the Kraz looked intimidating from every angle. The tall cab provided excellent visibility, and the deep roar of its engine sounded more like heavy industrial equipment than a conventional truck. Every detail projected unstoppable strength. The 255B was widely used to transport rockets, ammunition, fuel, and heavy engineering equipment. It also served as the base for mobile missile launcher systems. Its ability to operate without developed infrastructure was a critical element of Soviet military strategy. In rural areas, decommissioned units were adapted for civilian use, towing massive logs and even entire wooden structures. Its pulling power was so impressive that few other vehicles could compete. There are documented accounts of a 255B continuing to move forward with two wheels completely buried in deep mud, a situation that would immobilize nearly any other heavy truck. That incident only strengthened its reputation as an almost indestructible machine. If this Soviet giant already seems extreme, get ready. The next vehicle takes unconventional engineering to an even more surprising level. Volvo C303 Laplander. Introduced in the early 1970s by Volvo in Sweden, the C303 became known as one of the most unusual military vehicles ever designed in Scandinavia. Its compact, tall, and narrow appearance seemed to contradict everything expected from a military truck. Yet that was precisely what made it so capable in extreme terrain. Swedish engineering has always favored intelligent simplicity, and the Laplander embodies that philosophy in every detail. It was powered by a 2.9-liter inline six-cylinder engine producing about 120 horsepower. More important than the numbers was its low-end response, specifically tuned for mountain trails, deep snow, and heavy mud. The 4-speed manual transmission combined with a transfer case gave the driver complete control, even on steep inclines. Permanent 4-wheel drive completed the package and turned the Laplander into a small mechanical climber. Its independent suspension and long shock travel allowed one of its most surprising traits, the ability to flex dramatically without losing stability. Portal axles provided exceptional ground clearance, essential for rocky and uneven terrain. Visually, it looked like a cross between a military jeep and a metal box on wheels, with straight lines and a simple cabin. Inside, it was functional and basic, but comfortable enough for long missions. The Laplander was used for rescue missions, patrol duties, light transport, and mountain operations. Sweden used it extensively, and it was exported to other Nordic countries where snow dominated much of the year. Its reputation for being almost impossible to get stuck made it popular among civilians for remote expeditions. In one documented case, a C303 traveled over 90 miles across fresh snow in northern Norway without trails or external support, carrying sensitive scientific equipment that could not have reached its destination by conventional means. The vehicle completed the journey without mechanical failure. If the Laplander seemed unusual, wait until you see what comes next. Borgward B2000 AO. Produced in West Germany during the 1950s, the Borgward B2000 AO emerged in a period of military rebuilding and reorganization. The goal was straightforward: create a light, agile, and dependable truck capable of operating across varied terrain without requiring complex maintenance. The result was a vehicle that was simple in design, practical in execution, and surprisingly durable. Its appearance immediately drew attention. The tall cab, wide fenders, and compact proportions gave it the look of an improvised prototype. In reality, its construction was solid and carefully engineered. The reinforced chassis and sturdy frame reflected a clear priority on long-term durability. It was powered by a 2.3-liter 4-cylinder engine, producing around 82 horsepower. While those numbers were modest, the engine delivered enough torque to handle climbs and uneven terrain with confidence. The 4-speed manual transmission worked together with 4-wheel drive and a low-range transfer case, allowing the B2000 to move efficiently through mud, narrow trails, and forested environments. Its suspension relied on reinforced leaf springs, providing strength and resilience under continuous load. Generous ground clearance helped it clear rocks, roots, and obstacles commonly encountered in rural operations. The mechanical layout was simple and direct, making field repairs easier and reducing downtime. After its military service, many units were sold to civilians, particularly farmers and forestry operators who valued its straightforward mechanics and rugged construction. In one notable case, a B2000 successfully crossed a swampy area where newer and more powerful trucks became stuck, further strengthening its reputation as a dependable workhorse. It may not be the most powerful truck on this list, but the Borgward B2000 AO proves that durability and simplicity often matter more than impressive performance figures. And the next truck shows what happens when that rugged foundation is taken to an even higher level with added strength and technology. MAN SX45. Developed by MAN in Germany, the SX45 emerged in the early 2000s as a heavy-duty military truck designed for missions where durability and reliability were critical. Its imposing appearance immediately commanded attention. The tall cab, reinforced chassis, and massive off-road tires made it clear this vehicle was never meant for ordinary highways. It was built for continuous operation under extreme heat, dust, heavy loads, and steep terrain. It is powered by a 12-liter inline 6-cylinder engine producing around 440 horsepower. The strong torque output makes it ideal for moving heavy cargo across rough terrain. A reinforced automatic transmission ensures smooth gear changes even at maximum weight, while the full-time all-wheel drive system provides stability and traction in mud, sand, or rocky trails. The SX line has always been known for combining brute strength with modern technology. One of its most impressive features is the independent suspension system. It allows the truck to remain stable, even when only part of the wheels are in contact with the ground on uneven terrain. High ground clearance ensures that large obstacles are not a threat. Visually, the SX45 has a bold and aggressive look, almost resembling a scientific expedition vehicle, with flat surfaces and reinforced protection around windows and bumpers. In practice, the SX45 has been used for troop transport, heavy equipment hauling, and specialized modules such as mobile communication centers. Its reliability has allowed it to operate in deserts, mountainous regions, and conflict zones where conventional trucks would quickly fail. During German military testing, an SX45 covered hundreds of miles across sandy terrain at full load without overheating or performance loss. There are also reports of units deployed during severe storm recovery operations, where civilian trucks could not even begin the journey. This track record has made the SX45 a modern symbol of strength and resilience. If this giant already seems impressive, the next truck combines bold engineering and tradition to create one of the most distinctive military vehicles ever built. Tatra 813 Colus. Manufactured in Czechoslovakia beginning in the late 1960s, the Tatra 813 Colus quickly became one of the most respected military trucks in Eastern Europe. Its design was bold for its time and reflected Tatra's long-standing tradition of building vehicles capable of handling some of the most extreme terrain on the planet. The name Colus was no exaggeration. It truly looked like a giant on wheels. One of its most distinctive features was the central backbone tube chassis, a signature element of Tatra engineering. This system provided exceptional structural rigidity while also allowing torsional flexibility, enabling the truck to absorb uneven ground without losing stability. On rolling or heavily broken terrain, that capability made a dramatic difference. It was powered by an air-cooled V12 engine with over 14 liters of displacement, producing around 270 horsepower. This was not a truck built for speed, but for sustained pulling power. Its strong torque output allowed it to tow heavy loads, artillery pieces, and large military equipment with confidence and consistency. The synchronized manual transmission worked together with the 8x8 drivetrain to maintain constant traction in deep mud, snow, or rocky environments. Each axle featured independent suspension, allowing the wheels to move independently and maintain contact with the ground at all times, even on severely uneven surfaces. Visually, the Colus made an immediate impression. Multiple axles, oversized wheels, and a straight, rugged cab design gave it a commanding presence in any convoy. Its elevated stance reinforced the sense that it could dominate whatever terrain stood in its way. Inside, the cabin was simple and functional, yet spacious enough for long missions. The Tatra 813 was widely used for heavy transport, artillery towing, rocket launcher support, and operations in mountainous regions. Its ability to climb steep grades and cross unstable terrain turned it into a benchmark in military engineering of its era. In one impressive demonstration that reinforced its reputation, a Tatra 813 successfully towed 2 trucks that were stuck in a waterlogged field at the same time, proving that its strength went far beyond the numbers on paper. And if the Colus already represents extreme power combined with intelligent engineering, the next American truck pushes sheer size and brute force to an even more impressive level. Oshkosh HEMTT M983, M9984. Produced in the United States starting in the 1980s, the Oshkosh HEMTT established itself as one of the most reliable heavy military trucks in the world. The M983 and M9984 variants drew even more attention for their specialized roles, hauling massive equipment and recovering disabled vehicles. Its entire construction seemed focused on critical missions. It is powered by a turbocharged V8 diesel engine with more than 12 liters of displacement, producing around 500 horsepower. That level of power allows the HEMTT to tow tanks, missile systems, and enormous loads with confidence. The reinforced automatic transmission simplifies operation under extreme weight, while the 8x8 drivetrain ensures steady movement in mud, sand, or rocky terrain. Independent suspension and oversized tires give the HEMTT impressive stability. Its commanding design, with a spacious cab, heavy-duty bumpers, and high ground clearance, projects pure strength. Inside, the layout is practical, with large gauges and excellent visibility, essential for precision maneuvers. The HEMTT has been used in nearly every heavy military role imaginable: ammunition transport, artillery support, armored vehicle recovery, and movement of specialized modules. In many situations, it served as the only solution capable of extracting damaged vehicles from dangerous zones. Its reliability led to adoption by Allied forces as well. In one notable case, an M9984 successfully recovered 2 armored vehicles that had become stuck in flooded terrain at the same time. The operation, documented by military personnel, reinforced its reputation as a true iron rescuer. If that machine seems powerful, the next vehicle introduces an articulated design unlike anything else in military service. M561 Gamma Goat. In the United States during the 1960s, the M561 Gamma Goat was introduced. Its articulated design and 2-section structure made many people believe it was some kind of experimental prototype. In reality, the Gamma Goat was engineered to operate in environments where flexibility and mobility were critical, especially in swamps, jungles, and dense forest terrain. It was powered by a 3-cylinder diesel engine producing around 80 horsepower. While modest in output, it worked in combination with the vehicle's relatively light weight to deliver surprisingly capable performance. The manual transmission and 6x6 drivetrain allowed the Goat to move through shallow water, embankments, and slippery terrain where other vehicles would quickly become immobilized. The articulation between the front and rear sections was its defining feature. This system allowed the rear half to follow the terrain independently, maintaining traction and stability even on sharp inclines. Its narrow body and rugged wheels made it instantly recognizable. Inside, the cabin was basic but sufficient for troops and equipment. The Gamma Goat was widely used for light transport, medical evacuation, communications, and patrol missions. In swampy regions, it earned a reputation as one of the few vehicles capable of sustained operation. During military exercises, it successfully crossed waterlogged terrain that seemed impossible even for larger trucks. One well-known story describes a Gamma Goat escaping deep mud simply by using its articulated frame to shift weight and regain traction. Proving how unconventional design sometimes solves problems brute force cannot. If the Goat already feels unusual, the next vehicle takes military engineering into truly extraordinary territory. Zil-4906 Bluebird. Designed in the Soviet Union during the 1970s, the Zil-4906 was developed for an extraordinary mission, rescuing cosmonauts after capsule landings in remote regions. Its appearance clearly reflected that purpose. It looked like a hybrid between an amphibious truck and a powered boat, with a long sealed hull, high cab, and large wheels positioned for uneven terrain. It was equipped with a 7-liter V8 engine, producing around 260 horsepower. This power allowed the Bluebird to travel through deep snow, swamps, deserts, and even open water, thanks to its sealed body and auxiliary propulsion systems. The automatic transmission made transitions between different terrain types smooth, and full-time all-wheel drive ensured forward motion even in unstable ground. Reinforced suspension and a relatively lightweight hull gave the Bluebird impressive mobility for its size. Visually, it appeared futuristic, with smooth surfaces and elongated proportions. Inside, it had enough room for rescue teams, medical equipment, and tracking tools. The vehicle was used in real rescue missions, particularly when space capsules landed in isolated areas. Amphibious capability was essential since many landings occurred in frozen lakes or marshlands. In one recorded operation, a Zil-4906 successfully retrieved an entire space capsule from a swamp without helicopter assistance. If that machine already seems remarkable, the final vehicle on this list pushes unconventional design to its absolute limit. Zil-4906. The Zil-4906 is one of the most unusual military vehicles ever developed. Created in the Soviet Union during the 1970s, it had no wheels, no tracks, and no oversized tires. Instead, it used 2 rotating helical cylinders, a propulsion system that allowed it to move across deep mud, snow, loose sand, and flooded terrain. Its shape and movement made many compare it to a giant drill gliding across the ground. It was powered by a 4-cylinder gasoline engine, producing around 40 horsepower, sufficient for its lightweight structure. A manual transmission transferred power directly to the helical cylinders, which propelled the vehicle forward or backward in a continuous rolling motion. This unique locomotion allowed it to advance in areas where any conventional vehicle would immediately sink. Its appearance was as exotic as its engineering. A tubular body, compact cabin, and almost no traditional automotive elements. Yet its functionality made up for its unconventional look. It could navigate swamps and unstable surfaces with surprising ease, becoming an essential tool in space capsule recovery operations. The Zil-4906 was transported on top of the Bluebird until reaching the most critical part of the mission, where it would then be deployed. One well-known image shows the small helical vehicle crossing a frozen swamp in search of a space module. Even after years of use, its simple mechanical design proved impressively durable. With such an unconventional creation closing this list, it becomes clear how military engineering can produce solutions that seem completely outside the norm, yet incredibly effective. The machines you saw today were not just trucks. They were ingenious answers to extreme challenges. Each one carries stories of resilience, creativity, and adaptation to terrain most people would never even step onto. They represent moments when necessity forced innovation and left behind vehicles that still impress us with their boldness. Now tell me, which of these unusual trucks would you most like to see in person? Which one surprised you the most because of its unconventional function? And if you could test one of them in extreme terrain, which would you choose? If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. That helps the channel grow and tells YouTube you want to see more videos like this. Every week we bring you incredible machines that push the limits of engineering. I'll see you in the next video.